Hello. Oh, I gotta fix my little guy. Let's see. All right, let's turn the music off because we're about to play a game. How do I do this again? All right, we are gaming. Hello. Welcome. Why is this not? There we go. That took a while. Um, we're gaming tonight. Oh, and I can't hear the game. Okay. Give me a second. Let's make sure that this is on the right audio channel because I've been having trouble. Wavelength. Okay, so it's on the right channel. Why don't I hear it? Let's double check. Oh, you know what? Let's try something. Let's try this. There we go. All right. Fixed it. Just turned it off and turned it back on again. Welcome, one. Welcome, all. Tonight we're probably gonna have a shorter stream because I really, there's this new, there's this new game I kind of started playing on my phone, and I really want to play it before I go to bed because I've got a dentist appointment tomorrow, and I gotta wake up early. But I'm still probably going to end up, probably staying up too late on accident. Quote, on accident, unquote. Because I've got... I have an addiction to this game now. A sudden hyper-focus, a hyper-interest, if you will. But I digress. Let's play. Oh, I need to pull up the guide because I'm gonna play with the guide. Okay, we are on Pop-Tarts route. We are halfway through these routes. What chapter are we on? I forgot what chapter we're on. I did that. I think we're in chapter 8 or 9. I can't remember. Anyways. Mr. Wally prescribes more sectionals for afternoon practice, tasking us with getting ahead in memorization for Jupiter. I make my usual rounds.
Pop-Tart!
Pay attention or I'll bite you! Do you mean that literally, or... Still wearing the shark costume, Olive? If it was socially acceptable, I would wear this costume every day of my life. You'd get a lot of weird looks.
Get lost.
I'd embrace every single one of them. Now get lost. We're trying to focus. That's fair. At least they're getting work done. I turn to leave. Jelly, wait. Wanna hang out after practice tonight? Ooh, look at Pop-Tart putting the moves on our drum major. What a cute couple you two make. We're friends. You have friends? God, Olive, I'm going to kick you. I'm going to kick you, and you are going to... I'm gonna... Speak up quickly. Yeah, let's hang out, Pop-Tart. If I'm not too tired. Great, come by my room after practice. Sure, see you then. Okay, now get back to work. As I leave, I watch Pop-Tart out of the corner of my eye. He struggles to look serious as he studies his music, but I can tell a huge grin is threatening to break across his face at any moment. Ooh, Pop-Tart! Ooh, my little boy. My sweet summer child. After a quick dinner and some relaxation in my room, we head into evening practice. Tonight, we're perfecting the drill we learned today. Then we're cleaning the entire show. I heard tomorrow we'll be starting the closer, Jupiter. At this rate, we'll be able to finish the entire show before our 2 weeks are up. How's it going, Mr. Wiley? Not bad, kiddo. Couldn't have asked for better weather. Did you know it was supposed to rain all of next week? Good thing we didn't have band camp then. He peers at the cloudy sky, chuckling nervously. I nod enthusiastically. Rainy practices are never fun. Depending on the director, sometimes we would get to go inside, sometimes we wouldn't. When I was in high school, I remember this very vividly. Now we never went inside if it was raining, and it drove me insane. Unless it was thundering. If it was thundering, yeah, we would go inside. Or lightning. There was one time, um, it was right before a football game. We got like a flash, like a not even a rainstorm. It was just a flash, like quick shower. And of course, it started raining. It started pouring rain, and we were drenched. Oh, I was so mad. And then we go inside because we have to go inside and change and get ready for the football game. And the freaking band room was smelled so mildewy and gross because I would not be surprised if there was mold growing in that floor after that. It was so gross. And it was because our band director was like, nope, we're going to keep practicing. And I was mad because I have naturally curly hair. And when it gets wet, you know, because I straighten it, when it gets wet, it goes back to being curly again, and it gets frizzy and gross, and I hate it. And so when it rains, I usually try to wear like a hat or something, or a sweater, like a hoodie if it's like sprinkling. No, it was like full on like drenched. I was drenched. I was so mad. I was so mad, so mad, so mad, so mad. And yeah, our band room smelled like poopy water, rainwater for like weeks after that because our band director was like, nope, we're gonna play outside. And then I realized I didn't know this when I was younger. Because when I got to college, they're like, oh, it's raining. Woodwinds, you need to go put your instruments under the bleachers or in the tunnels. Because I was at a college stadium. We're gonna go move your stuff into the tunnels and our instruments, and then you guys just have to march without your instruments. And I was like, huh? That's because they cared about our instruments, you know, like because the water will damage the pads. Because I play clarinet on woodwind instruments, so it's like, oh yeah, let's make sure that we don't damage the instruments. My band director never cared. It made me so mad thinking back because I was like, bro, a lot of the problems I had, like I didn't have a lot of problems with my clarinet because I took care of it, but like I had a bunch of pads, just like not even a bunch. I had to replace pads every now and then, but I only replaced the pads if they literally fell off. Like that's the only time I replaced them, or if they were like not sealing. Yeah, that's the only time I would replace them. Anyways, I digress. Mr. Savage always seemed relieved to see Raina was perfectly happy to only work on music for the entire rehearsal. Ms. Kraft was more hardcore and only brought us inside if it started pouring and pneumonia seemed to be on the horizon. Yep, that was my band director. I wonder where Mr. Wiley stands. I'm gonna take a guess and say he's more like Miss Kraft than Mr. Savage. We end the night with the usual run-through. I bestow section of the day, then head back to the room with Susie. Ready for bed? Actually, I'm gonna go hang out with a friend. Well, I'm staying here, so that's everyone. Very funny. I have more than one friend. Well, who is it? Huh? What is my... Oh. Twitch will be soon introducing changes to bot account soon. To ensure SariBot continues to work as expected, you have to reauthorize the bot. Oh, I didn't even see that. I'll have to do that another time. There we go. Oh, I guessed right. Alright. Pop-Tart.
What?
What? Really? Do you like him or something? No, I mean, of course I do. He's a friend. Okay, make sure you don't stay out past curfew. Rolling my eyes and chuckling, I go on my way. I can't wait to hang out with my buddy. I knock on the door and it flies open so fast I nearly have a heart attack. He came! We're lucky too. All my roommates are out. All of them? Wow, there's not a single person who listened to that curfew rule. We still have 40 minutes before it's 10 p.m. Come on in. There's some papers and crayons on the floor along with a broom and a hanger. Pop-Tart plops himself down and picks up a crayon. You can sit on the bed if you want. I do so, watching him curiously. Working on some kind of project?
Mm-hmm.
Yep, it's for Spirit Week. What is it? You'll see. Aw, I don't like suspense. I'm not much of an artist. Want to keep me company while I do this? That's what I'm here for. Good. I feel like I've told you a lot about myself, but I want to know more about you. Aw. Well, go ahead. Ask me anything. Okay. He looks thoughtful as he scribbles away at the paper. When's your birthday? April 16th. You? Oh, so Cadence. April 16th. Did not know that. Good to know. We got some Cadence lore. I'll remember that. Mine's February 4th. February 4th? Hold up. Is that a Sunday? I think it's a Sunday this year. I only know that because my school district, we do a special event, and it's usually on that weekend. It's usually like February 3rd, February 4th, something like that. Whatever weekend that is. It's like the first weekend of February. You're a winter baby. What's your favorite animal? Ooh, that's tough. Foxes are cute, but raccoons hold a special place in my heart. Tea, coffee, or hot cocoa? For me, no coffee. It's either between tea or hot cocoa. Most likely hot cocoa because I personally, Jelly, drinks a lot of hot cocoa. But I also used to drink a lot of tea, like breakfast tea with cream and sugar. Oh, it's actually gonna make me decide. Tea, no coffee. No bitter bean juice. I either like my tea water or my chocolate, hot chocolate milk. Hot cocoa. That's my favorite too. If you don't want to talk about this, we don't have to, but you said your parents were divorced, didn't you? They are. I don't mind talking about it. They divorced when I was in middle school. What's that like? It's tough to deal with at first. You always want to believe your parents are in love. The perfect couple, you know. I always believed that, and then one day they came to me and told me they were leaving one another. It was a rude awakening. But it got easier to handle with over time. Lots of parents divorce, and lots of kids have to deal with it. I was one of those kids. And I'm still dealing with it as an adult. Tee-hee! Hug my knees to my chest with a sigh. Memories blare at the back of my mind, old and worn. Memories I dwelled on for ages until I grew weary of them. Which parent do you live with? My mom. My dad moved pretty far away, but we make time to see each other. Dude, she's just like me. For real, for real. Because my mom... Well, they lived in the same town for, like, the longest time. The same city, same town, because, you know, my dad didn't want... Well, one, my dad was in the military, so he had to stay where he was stationed. And two, you know, it was better that way to keep us near our dad. And then my dad got orders to Texas, and I hated that. I hated Texas. I hated it when he lived there. But, yeah, after that... That was when I went to high school. When I started high school, he moved away. So in the summers and on we would switch holidays, and I would go see him then. But then I started doing marching band. So then my summers I couldn't really see him. I could only see him for like a month, and then I'd have to. I could only see him for like June, and then I'd have to go back home for band camp or for band rehearsals. Actually, no. Usually I missed band rehearsals. I came back for band camp. So I'd be there for like June. No, I guess I'd be there for most summers. And then for most of the summer. But yeah. After my dad moved, I stayed where I am right now because I did not want to move. It's not easy since my mom tends to get jealous when I spend time with him, and they're always competing with one another, but I'm not going to cut him out of my life to spare her feelings. I can't. Yeah, my parents never really did that. Thankfully. They kept me out of their own problems. For the most part. I feel my eyes growing warm with tears and hastily blink them away. I love him. I really miss him. I know he started seeing someone new. I'm terrified he might leave me for a new family someday. I don't want to lose him. Oh, no! I lost my dad. He passed away when I was in middle school. I'm sorry. I had no idea. It's okay. I didn't mean to seem like I was changing the subject. I just wanted to say, you haven't lost your dad, Jelly. He's still in this world, and as long as he is, you can fight to keep him in your life. Oh, Pop-Tart, dear. You're right. Sorry, Pop-Tart. I didn't mean to let my fears out like that. You're allowed to. Also, you apologize too much. That's rich coming from you. I think every other word out of your mouth is, sorry. He playfully chucks a crayon at me, but I catch it midair with a grin and toss it back to him. Suddenly, his expression turns serious. Jelly, I think you should tell your dad what you told me when you get a chance. That you love him and you miss him and don't ever want to lose him from your life. Whenever you're feeling grateful to have someone in your life, you should let them know, because one day you may not be able to. I nod. I'll tell him as soon as I can. He lowers his eyes, returning to his project. He seems to be lost in thought. I wonder if Pop-Tart wishes he could tell his dad the same thing. Since he can't, I will make sure to do so in his place. Suddenly, the door flings open. Jelly? What are you doing here? Welcome home, honey. How was your day?
Weirdo.
You're such a weirdo. Alex bounds across the room and climbs up to the top bunk above me. He flings himself down on the bed. It creaks ominously above me, and I resist the urge to bolt to safety. Pop-Tart notices my reaction. Don't worry. I was nervous at first, too. But he hasn't wet the bed yet. Nothing to fear.
Shut up!
You're the one who cries in your sleep. I don't cry in my sleep. I just mutter a lot when I have bad dreams. Which is like every night. Poor little Pop. Scared of the dark. Just the PTSD. Ah! Pop-Tart, sweetie! Pfft, whatever. What are you even doing, by the way? You draw like a 5-year-old. I interject before things can escalate. Why didn't you ask me more questions, Pop-Tart? I was having fun. Okay, how about... What's the best date you've ever been on? Alex shuts his mouth and leans over his bunk to stare down at me. I don't know. I haven't really been on any fantastic dates. Your boyfriend should treat you better. I don't have a boyfriend, Alex. I've dated here and there, but I've never had anyone I really liked. I see. What was that? How about I tell you about the worst date I've ever been on? Yes! Okay, here we go. So, this was in middle school. Imagine dating while you're in middle school. Goodness gracious. I went to the movies with a guy named Ted. Ted forgot his money, so I wound up paying for his ticket. Then he went over to the snack stand and bought a large popcorn, a slushie, and some candy. Or rather, I wound up buying it for him. What a jerk. Everyone knows the guy is supposed to pay. Oh no, I like to pay for myself, though I will admit it's nice if the guy offers, but he was treating me like I was a sugar mama. How rude. Then as soon as we sat down to watch the movie, he was acting kind of strange and implied that we were supposed to make out now. He kept trying to hold my hand and put his arm around my shoulders. Ugh. And his hands were slick with artificial butter flavoring. He was getting it all over me. He didn't even offer to share the popcorn that I bought. This is a really terrible date. It's kind of funny, though. It is looking back, and that's not even the end of it. 10 minutes into the movie, a woman sat behind us in the theater, and Ted instantly took his hands off me and kept them to himself. I think that was his mother behind us. Ha! No way! Yes way. I decided I couldn't stay there for another second, so I blurted out the first excuse that came to my head and got out of there. What did you say? I have to go! I have diarrhea! That's kind of funny. Pop-Tart and Alex burst out laughing. I join in, snorting loudly. Pop-Tart clutches at his sides, and Alex just rolls off the bed. He's laughing so hard. I ran in there and never looked back. Did you see him at school after that? Yes, but we never looked at one another in the eye ever again. I can't breathe. That's hilarious. Hey, I finished. Pop-Tart stands up, picking up his little project and holding it up for everyone to see. What do you think? I couldn't find a twin, so I made one. That is so fucking cute. I will die for you, Pop-Tart. I will die for you. It's Oh, we're on chapter 8. It's creative.
Thank you.
It is a creative. That's a nice idea. Thank you. Finally, someone who appreciates genius when they see it. Genius? Pop-Tart asked me to be his twin, but I'm already twinning with Peter. Oh shoot, look at the time. It's past curfew. I'll walk you back to your room. See you tomorrow, Jelly. Oh, okay, so I like Alex when I think he's a little shit, and I think he can be a little freshman, but he's a good kid. I like seeing him in this like mundane instances where he's just, he's just being a guy. Just being a little guy. Okay. Thanks for hanging out with me tonight, Jelly.
I like talking to you.
Oh, he's so precious. I like talking to you too, Pop-Tart. Oh, look who it is. Hello, Bandit. Bandit sits before us on her haunches. She gazes up at me almost imploringly, her dark eyes glowing in the light from the lodge. Aw, I think she likes you. Really? Bandit utters what I'd like to think is confirmation. I wish our school offered raccoonish as one of the language electives. Try petting her. Okay. I kneel down and reach a tentative hand towards the raccoon. She cranes her neck to sniff it carefully. I must smell trustworthy because she remains where she is. I reach up to pat her on the head, but suddenly she darts forward. What the? With a jerk of her head, she rips my lightning choker right off and takes off into the darkness. She took your necklace. Get back here, thief! Pop-Tart and I chase her all the way to the buses. She disappears with the stolen choker into an open dumpster. That little rat, she ambushed me with cuteness. I'll get it for you. Give me a boost. Thanks, Pop-Tart. You're the best. I give him a boost into the dumpster. As soon as he enters, Bandit exits in a hurry, but she is no longer holding the choker. Wow, there's all kinds of stuff in here. Bandit has her very own stash. Just like you. Ugh, man, this dumpster really stinks. Don't say I never took you anywhere nice. He pokes his head out of the dumpster with a sly grin. Then he vanishes back inside. Oh, wait. What's this? Did you find it? Hang on. After some rooting around, Pop-Tart struggles out of the dumpster. I help him climb down. Here you go. He hands me the choker. Thank you, Pop-Tart. I attempt to put it back on, but the clasp is small and my fingers are clumsy. Am I gonna get a CG? Please tell me I'm gonna get a CG. Please, please, please. I need a CG. Pop-Tart notices my struggle and holds out his hand. Sheepish, I hand him back the choker and he helps me put it on. Damn! His hands brush the back of my neck softly. I can't totally tell in the dark, but I think he's blushing a little bit. His heart beats a little faster at his touch. Oh, my heart beats a little faster at his touch. Thank you. You're welcome. Look what else I found in there. He reaches into his sweatshirt pouch and pulls out an orange bottle that rattles in his hand. Is that a pill bottle? Was that in Bandit's stash? Yeah, she must have stolen it from someone in Camp Bearpaw. You mean someone in Camp Bearpaw is on meds? What? There's nothing wrong with that. Calm down. It's not that uncommon, especially these kinds of pills. You recognize them?
Mm-hmm.
This is your typical anxiety medication. A lot of kids in my foster home are on these. Were you? No. I did what I could to avoid getting prescribed any medication. I didn't want to become reliant on pills. You didn't need them?
No.
No. I wonder who they belong to. We should ask Mr. Wiley if there's a lost and found. And just what do you think you're doing out of bed after curfew? Speak of the devil. Oh, I'm the devil, am I? Ain't old Mr. Wiley and his stupid rules. You realize these rules are for your own good, right? I can't have kids running around willy-nilly during after hours or I'm going to get complaints from parents. Then it's goodbye Camp Bearpaw forever. We're sorry, Mr. Wiley. Bandit... No excuses. I'm so sick of hearing you kids make excuses. I expect better of drum majors, Jelly. I'm going to have to make an example of you. I hang my head in shame. For breaking curfew, you must clean all of the school instruments during afternoon break tomorrow. That is your punishment. Okay, that's not so bad. Now get to bed. Mr. Wiley. Bed! He chaperones us back to our rooms. Under his steady glare, I don't get to say goodnight to Pop-Tart. We trade glances before going our separate ways. Susie is sleeping soundly, so I sneak quietly into my pajamas and into bed. I feel miserable for getting in trouble. What kind of drum major lands in hot water for such an infraction? I'm supposed to be setting an example. I'll have to watch myself from now on. Still, tonight wasn't so bad. As I lay there trying to sleep, I'm surprised to find there's a slight smile on my lips. My last thought is of Pop-Tart helping me put my choker on in the dark parking lot. His soft touch is gentle as a feather. Oh, maybe I should draw that. I should draw that. I should draw Pop-Tart putting on the necklace for Cadence. Full of peace, I drift away into my dreams. That would be so cute. B. We're gonna save. Okay. Way to go. I told you not to stay out past curfew. Like, you haven't been out past curfew before. Yes, but the difference is I didn't get caught. Oh, shut up and eat your waffles. Good morning, Jelly. If it isn't Pop-Tart, I'm here too, you know.
Sorry.
Morning, Susie. What's up, Pop-Tart? Want to have breakfast with us?
That's okay.
I brought you something. To apologize for getting you in trouble yesterday. He offers me a steaming mug. This is hot cocoa. Oh, you remembered my favorite. Thank you. No problem. I'll leave you to it. Poor thing. When are you gonna tell him he has a 0 chance? Stop that! We're friends. Exactly. That's not what it's none of your business, Susie. What's not my business? Nothing! Take a violent sip of the hot drink Pop-Tart brought me and scald my tongue. Ouch! You're a mess, Jelly, but you're my mess. When we get to the field for morning practice, there's a bit of commotion. A large crowd is gathered. At their center, I'm shocked to spot a flustered Pop-Tart. Best twin day idea ever. The resemblance is uncanny.
Dude.
That is hilarious. Nice one, Popcorn. Oh my god, Pop-Tart doesn't seem to know what to do with all the attention. I catch his eye and give him a thumbs up. His tense shoulders seem to relax ever so slightly. You should definitely win for creativity. Hey, at least she... Okay, Olive. I see you. I think Alex should win. He really went all out. I scan the crowd for Alex. Once I spot him, I wonder how I managed to miss him in the first place. Whoa, what an outfit. Who are you twinning with, Alex? Peter. Huh? Then why isn't Peter dressed in the same...
Peter, you suck!
Because Peter is a giant jerkosaurus! He stomps off, putting an end to the conversation. We're gonna save basics for evening practice and arc it up for a music session this morning instead. I want to do a run of the show and make sure we're focusing on dynamic contrast. Got that, Jelly? Got it. I lead a short stretching session and then have the band among their sections in a large arc. Take my place towards the middle where everyone can see me while Mr. Wiley walks around the field. You should have your music on you for this session. Now that doesn't mean we have your eyes glued to it. We have your eyes glued to it while we play. You should already have it memorized, but you'll need it just in case I decide to make changes. Jelly, if you please. Set! My hands spring into position. A number of instruments fly up into playing position. Wrong! You start the show with your instruments down! Don't be making stupid mistakes like that. I wait for his nod, then begin conducting. Mark time! I want to see your feet moving! Mr. Wiley paces among the ranks of the band. Whoa. I just dropped. Hold up. I gotta... I apologize. Ah! There we go. Mr. Wiley paces among the ranks. He studies the rookies more than the veterans, making sure they know their fingerings. Every so often, he shouts criticism.
Not my tempo! Come on!
He stops and stares at Alex for a long moment. Alex fidgets under his scrutiny, but I have a feeling Mr. Wiley is criticizing more than just his memorization. We're in Jupiter when Mr. Wiley suddenly waves his arm wildly, giving the band an obvious cutoff. I copy his movement so that they know to stop. Though a few kids carry on for a moment, their heads stuck out in the clouds. They quickly stop when they realize that the rest of the band has stopped playing. What the helophones? I mean, what the hell, mellophones? For once in your life, you have the melody there. Oh, there we go. For once in your life, you have the melody there. This is Jupiter, bringer of jollity, the gas giant. Oh, drummer. In other words, Doug after eating 12 bean burritos. Shut it, drumline. This is serious. Mellophones, you need to have a giant sound worthy of Jupiter. Don't hold back like you're afraid God will smite you if you play the wrong notes. God will probably forgive you. I won't. That's supposed to make us feel better? Write it down in your music. I want fortissimo. If you can't handle it, then I'll force you to share your part with the saxophones. Fortissimo means very loud. Yep. Sometimes there's even triple forte, fortissimo. It just means the loudest that you can play with good tone.
Hey,
Mills
Samuel.
always need to be carried by the saxes, right, Samuel?
Mm-hmm.
Whatever helps the melody get heard. We do not. Maybe if all of us were playing, we'd have a bigger sound. Olive hissed it under her breath. I don't think it was meant for the ears of Mr. Wiley, but he perks up. What do you mean, not all of you are playing? Olive shoots a purposeful look towards Pop-Tart, who suddenly becomes very interested in his ratty shoelaces. Pop-Tart, Pop-Tart, why don't you play that section for us? Huh? Come on, show us how it's done. Okay. He tentatively lifts his mellophone to his lips. Even from where I'm standing, I can see his instrument is quivering. Mr. Wiley gives him a count-off. Pop-Tart misses his entrance. He guesses at the notes and only manages to get about half of them right. His rhythm isn't perfect either. He quickly gets lost and gives up on his attempt, lowering his instrument from his lips, bowing his head in shame. But Mr. Wiley continues conducting until the end of the section. Olive face palms. I stand in place, cringing. I can see a few band members trading smirks out of the corner of my eye. Some even have the audacity to snicker. I close my eyes and wait for the moment to end. Finally, Mr. Wiley performs the cutoff. Nobody moves. Pop-Tart squeezes his eyes shut, refusing to look at anyone. I'm disappointed in you. All of you, this isn't solely a Pop-Tart problem. This is an entire band problem, because we shouldn't be letting one of our own fail. When one of us fails, we all fail. He strides to the middle of the arc so we can face the entire band. I had thought our little exercise with the audio recorder from last week would give you the kick in the butt that you needed, but I see that I was wrong. Many of you still aren't playing or continue to guess at notes. Maybe what you need is a little incentive. Ice cream. Mr. Wiley ignores him. And here it is. If everyone in the band has all their music memorized by Friday, I will dye my hair an outrageous color.
Whoa.
No way! That's gonna be hilarious.
Pop-Tart!
You better memorize your music, Pop-Tart. I'm not finished. If you don't have your music memorized by Friday, you will get your hair dyed.
Huh?
All of us?
Not fair.
No. Just the ones who don't have their music memorized. Ooh. The colors are pink, orange, and green. If you're too lazy or inept to memorize your music, start thinking about which one you'd like.
It's all good.
No way! We're gonna do it, right, band? So we can dye Mr. Wiley's hair pink. I doubt that's gonna happen. But you know what? I'd much rather it did than didn't.
Get set.
Now, let's set up. Let's finish up the show. Get set. I'm so surprised by his announcement, I almost forget to begin conducting. He'd rather have his hair dyed pink just so the band will memorize their music. He really does care. But I'm not sure about that last part. It seems cruel to have to dye someone's hair just because they're struggling with one aspect of marching band. This is true. That is not effective teaching. That is cruel and unusual punishment in the form of... cannot agree. When I got to this part, and I can't remember whose brow it was, but that sucked. I was feeling for Pop-Tart. My gaze rests on Pop-Tart as I lose myself in thought. He only picked up his instrument at the beginning of the season, only a few months ago. That's really not fair for him. Maybe I should talk to Mr. Wiley after practice. Good practice. Enjoy your lunch and see you this afternoon. Go to grab Mr. Wiley for a quick word, but suddenly Pop-Tart is there. Is it normal to have your hair dyed in marching band if you can't get the music down? No. In fact, I think it should be considered a form of hazing. Oh. He gives his twin a little shake and forces a weak smile. Maybe I can trick Mr. Wiley into dyeing my twin's hair instead of mine.
Pop-Tart!
Enough chit-chat, Pop-Tart. We're having another sectional. Now. She grabs his arm and drags him away. I call out after him. Don't worry, Pop-Tart. I'm going to talk to Mr. Wiley. I catch him on the way back to his cottage. Sir, can I speak with you? Sure, but make it quick. If I don't feed Bandit now, she'll start eating the bed. I don't think you should dye anyone's hair, sir. It's wrong. A lot of the kids in this band just picked up a new instrument at the start of this year. No, I've already made my decision. I'm not going back on it now. But sir, instead of trying to convince me otherwise, why don't you spend your energy on helping those who need it? He strolls away abruptly, putting an end to the conversation. I suppose he has a point, but it was worth a shot. There you are. Let's eat. Sorry I'm late. I was talking to Mr. Wiley, and I can't stay long. There are a ton of sectionals I need to look in on. I heard. Drumline's having one. The saxophones? The mellophones? Not the trombones. Don't sound so proud. Man, I love my lazy section. I quickly scarf down my flaky, dried-out lasagna. There's no time for conversation.
See you later.
We'll hang out later. Bye. Bye, Jelly. Bye.
Much better.
It's my boy. It's my boy. Hi, Aaron. Y'all nailed a pop quiz. Good job, everyone. Woohoo! They seem to be staying on task, thanks to Aaron. I don't even need to be here.
Nice one.
Nice run. Let's do it one more time to make sure we have it down. We're the best! Saxophones are also doing well on their own. Hey, maybe the sections with the mature section leaders don't need babysitting, unlike some sections. This is why we can't have nice things. Hey, yo, what happened to the
It's
music?
not that hard.
You got to be joking. Does nothing get through that thick head of yours? Uh-oh.
I'm trying.
Newsflash. Your best sucks. Feel my temper flare up. I stride quickly into the midst of the sectional to put a stop to this injustice. Hey, there's no need to speak to him like that.
Back off.
Can it, Jelly? Excuse me? I'm sick of your self-righteous bullcrap. You're the drum major, not a mellophone, and you're not his section leader. I open my mouth for a vicious retort, but Pop-Tart beats me to it.
Shut up!
You don't talk to her like that! She's your drum major. Show her some respect. For a moment, I'm totally thrown off by the unexpected rage on his face, but I quickly gather myself. It's right. He spit the words at Olive, fired up. She returned my thunderous expression, unmasked loathing in her eyes. For a long moment, we merely glare at one another, each of us refusing to back down.
Whatever.
I'm over it. The kid's a lost cause. She jerks her thumb at Pop-Tart's direction. Have fun getting your hair dyed. You should go with the pink. I bet it would look good on you. It actually does look good on him, but I don't want to antagonize her. She leaves and the other mellophones disband, as the sectional has clearly come to an end. Damn, she's a shitty section leader. I'm sorry. She's bad. She's bad at her job. Because it's your job to make sure that your section can play. And if they can't, then you need to help them. That is literally your job. It's what you signed up for. Especially since he just started playing mellophone. God, that makes me mad. I am always on the Olive hate train. I'm sorry. I don't care how nuanced her character is or how much. I don't care. She's mean. Only Pop-Tart remains behind, head bowed in defeat. I sigh heavily. You should stick up for yourself, Pop-Tart. No one deserves to be treated like that.
Right.
She's right, though. I'm a lost cause. You're not. You heard me when Mr. Wiley called me out this morning. The whole band was laughing at me. I shake my head to clear the difficult memory from my mind. Secondhand embarrassment still clings to me. Girl, Cadence, you play mellophone. You play French horn. You gotta help a guy out. It's not your fault. You're new to all this. You don't have to keep making excuses for me, Jelly. I'm terrible at both marching and my instrument on their own. Forget even doing them together at the same time. It'd be better off for the band if I just quit. I'm not gonna let you quit. I snap the word so fiercely, Pop-Tart flinches a little bit. So it's not coming to you easily as easily as it comes to others. You're still trying your best, and that's what counts. Come on. I grab his hand and start pulling him in the direction of the football field. Where are we going? I'm gonna give you a private lesson. Get into playing position. We'll start with the basics. Feet together. Shoulders back. Chin up. We rattle off the basics of good marching posture we learned way back on the first day of marching band. Pop-Tart's voice booms forth, more confident than I expected. And lastly, eyes. With pride. Confidence flares in his eyes, though only for a brief moment. Then his expression dulls, almost as if he expects to be admonished. That was a good review. Instrument up, please. Pop-Tart obeys, bringing his mellophone to his lips. Your posture has definitely improved. You're leagues ahead of where you were when you were at the start of the band camp. Do one thing for me. Angle the bell of your mellophone just a bit higher. There. I got his mellophone into the correct position. The ants aren't paying for your performance, but the people in the stands are.
Thank you.
I love how we all collectively say don't play to the ants. I say that to my kids too. To my brass kids. Or to my violin play, like my string students, because like they like to point their scroll of their instrument towards the ground, and I have them stand while they play because their posture is atrocious if they try to sit, and it's also atrocious when they try to stand a lot of the time. So I'm like, nope, you're gonna stand. You're welcome. I'm not the best teacher this band has ever seen, but I promise I'll be patient with you. Excuse me. Now let's warm up with a little bit of marching. I want to see your back roll step, or your basic roll step. I was like, you don't do a roll step backwards. Hello? Basic roll step. Shouldn't we be focusing on memorizing my music? We're going to work on the drill as we memorize the music so that you can match up each note and fingering with the move you're on. That always helped me get my music down. Better than staring blankly at a page. Okay, if it worked for you. Now, let's see that roll step. We wind up spending longer on marching than I planned. After the roll step, I have him show me backwards marching and his right and left slides. Slides are when your feet are moving one direction, but your body still stays facing forward. Because normally in marching band, for the most part, your body is always going to be facing towards the stands, unless noted otherwise. And then your feet are just going to be moving in whatever direction you're moving. Your feet look good on the slide, but you're actually overcompensating with your upper body and twisting too far. Here, relax a bit. Make sure your horn is pointing straight. I pepper him with tips all throughout, making sure he gets it right before we move on to the next thing. Shoulders parallel to the sideline, Pop-Tart. And remember what I told you about keeping your upper body still. If you bounce around, it'll affect the sound of your instrument is producing. Keep your steps smooth.
Right.
Aww. He applies my teachings to the best of his ability, but I can tell it's a lot of new knowledge for him to handle. As we work, I think back to what I've learned about him these past few days. Not only is his first time playing an instrument, but this is his first time being in an extracurricular activity and working in group like this. If the others knew of his past, maybe they wouldn't be so hard on him. Oh my, look at the time. We'd better go. We're gonna be late for afternoon rehearsal. But we didn't even get to memorizing music. That's okay. We'll have more private lessons throughout the week. I promise. Mr. Wiley isn't going to dye your hair pink. Not if I have anything to say about it. I pound my fist on my chest, determined. You're gonna waste your free time on helping me? I don't consider it a waste of time. Pop-Tart blinks back his surprise. Then a smile stretches across his face and his eyes seem to shine brighter.
Thank you.
Of course, my sweet pumpkin pie. You're welcome. Now, we'd better go.
Right.
Begin to jog in the direction of the recreation hall. Pop-Tart trots steadily by my side, looking much more relaxed than he has all day. Did I tell you you're in the story now? Huh? Alex's fantasy files. I was reading them after everyone went to bed last night. Your name is Major Jelly, and you're Agent Albatross's hot boss. No way, that's great.
Mm-hmm.
Yep, but just like all of the other girls, you're gonna fall madly in love with Agent Panda by the end. For some reason, Pop-Tart suddenly doubles his speed and leaves me behind in the dust. Hey, wait for me! Phew, we made it just in time. Thankfully, we have another full band rehearsal today instead of splitting up into sectionals. I don't think I can take that drama a second time today. More than once during practice, I noticed Olive giving me dirty looks. Then again, her face has always looked like that, doesn't it? Practice goes by quickly. No one mentions what happened this morning, though I can tell the hair dye threat is on everyone's mind.
I'm starving.
Come on, Jelly. Dinner time. Aw, yeah. Not so fast. You haven't forgotten about your punishment, have you? Punishment? What did I do?
Thomas.
Not you, Thomas. Jelly.
Whoa.
Oh, that's new. Whoops, I kinda did. Grab a quick dinner, then head back here ready to polish some instruments. Grab Pop-Tart, too. Apparently I'm not meant to have a relaxing meal today. What are you being punished for? I got caught outside past curfew, and now Mr. Wiley's making me polish school instruments.
Oh?
Ah! Aaron, hey! Hello, sweetie. Did I hear that right? Ooh, Jelly's in trouble.
Nice.
I didn't know a drum major was such a bad girl. Great, now it's gonna be all over the band.
Oh, come on.
Don't feel bad about it, Jelly. I get in trouble all the time. I'll eat an extra cookie in your honor. Thanks, Tom. Hi, Aaron. Hello, my sweet pumpkin pie. It is good to see you. I ate the quickest dinner I've had in my life, aware that a number of eyes are watching me. Gossip spreads faster than maple syrup on pancakes in this band. I think I'll have pancakes for breakfast tomorrow. Pop-Tart, there you are. Let's get this over with. Another lesson? No, we still need to carry out our punishment bestowed on us by Mr. Wiley.
Right.
Oh, right. No worries, at least we have each other. True. Now let's practice. Let's get this over with. Maybe we'll have some time to relax before the next practice if we get through this quickly. Oops. Mr. Wiley has piled up the instruments that need polishing in the band room. As soon as I see the enormous pile, my heart sinks. This might take a while. What do we use to polish them? Polishing cloths, of course. I check around the cases, but Mr. Wiley hasn't appeared to have left us any. There are always a few lying around. I'm sure we can scrounge up a couple. We check around the band room and the locker room, but no dice. Seriously? These things are always everywhere until you need them. Then they all disappear. I found a package of coffee filters. Maybe we can use these. I'm not so sure Mr. Wiley would like us using his coffee filters. Are you sure? It's working really well. I watch him scrub away at gnarly-looking saxophone. It's already beginning to shine. Oops. What the heck? Give me one of those. We'll say Bandit stole the coffee filters if he asks. I get to work, making light conversation as we go. The discarded coffee filters pile up between us as the minutes tick by. Time to do my mellophone. He pulls it from his case. As he does so, I notice a familiar ding on the edge of the bell. I hold out my hand. Can I see that? He passes it to me without asking questions. I turn the mellophone over in my hand, observing its scratches and marks. It's heavier than I remember. This is the mellophone you use?
Mm-hmm.
I smile. This is my old mellophone. Really? Yep, I marched with this mellophone my freshman and sophomore years. I'd always hoped to upgrade to one of the newer mellows when I became upperclassman, but then I wound up going for drum major. I'm glad it was passed on to you. Take good care of her. I pass it back to him. I definitely will. He handles the mellophone with extra care now, looking upon it with a new respect. I'm sorry your section isn't very supportive. That's not the mellophone section I knew. What do you mean? When I first joined marching band, I struggled too. Nothing you do for the first time is ever easy right off the bat. Sorry, I'm not gonna lie. I'm doing Duolingo at the same time because my streak's about to end. Unless you're Alex. I'm sure even Alex has his own set of challenges he's facing. He's just better at hiding it than everyone else. And you used to struggle like me? Yeah. I'm still struggling. However, my section was very close and supportive. Melanie, a junior at the time, was quick to take me under her wing and make sure I understood everything. She always encouraged me to ask questions and never made me feel stupid for doing so. She was a strong example of leadership and someone I could look up to. Melanie the mellophone, I got you. I see what you're doing. I wish I could have met her. We would have gotten along, I'm sure. Unfortunately, she graduated this past year. But even if she's no longer here, I'll be a great leader in her stead. I'm determined to do the same thing for you that she did for me. Really? Really. I rest my hand on top of his, which is still clutching his mellophone. Don't quit on me yet, okay? Marching band has barely even begun. You have to make it through the entire season to experience how fun and amazing it can be. Then, at the end of the year, if you find you still don't like it, then you can quit, okay? Okay. I don't mention how much I would miss him if he quit. Now, let's get this punishment over with so we have some time to ourselves.
I like talking to you.
Oh, it doesn't feel like a punishment when I get to talk to you. Sadly, we spend the rest of our break polishing the instruments. Mr. Wiley shows up to sign off on our work and tells us to hoof it to the field as fast as possible for evening practice. I'm on my podium for most of the night. Sometimes it gets pretty boring up here. I suppose I could talk to the pit. Never mind. I keep my ears open. Oh, I accidentally clicked. For snatches of conversation from the band to amuse myself. Hey, Pop-Tart, what are you going to be for Hero Day tomorrow? What did you just call me? I asked what you're going to be for Hero Day. I might have an idea. I like his mischievous smile. I'm going to do the same as Peter and be myself for Hero Day. Peter's going to be you for Hero Day? That's weird. You sure he's not lying to you again?
No!
No, I mean, Peter's going to wing as himself, and so am I.
Oh,
Oh, you meant you're going to be Peter for Hero Day. That makes a lot more sense. That's not what I said. Do you even listen when people are talking to you? I'm glad everyone's mood seems to have improved. It's an enjoyable practice overall. Excuse me. He's definitely taken today's lesson to heart. Oh, I keep an eye on Parta, and his marching has already seemed to have improved. He's definitely taken today's lesson to heart. Even Olive has nothing to say, though I don't know if it's because he's doing well or because she's given up on him. At the end of practice, I look for Pop-Tart to walk back with, but I don't see him. Did he already leave? I walk back to the room with Susie instead. What a long day. Oh, what a long day. Wrong person. I'll bet. Seems like you were getting punished left and right. Plus, there was that whole thing with the hair dye. Do you think everyone will be able to memorize their music? Who knows? I'm going to bed. I can't wait to get some sleep.
Good night.
Good night. Night. Alright, we're on chapter 10. Hold up, I got one more. I got one more question in Duolingo. Hey, Susie, have you seen my ribbon? I can't find it, and I'm running late. Don't you normally leave it in the drawer? With all the embarrassing underwear that Mom got you. Hey, it's the most comfortable underwear in the world. I'm going to forever regret telling you about it. Which one do you have on today? Dangerous? Dangerous or Yes Queen? I'm feeling pretty dangerous right now, especially since my ribbon is missing and you won't help me find it. I love that ribbon. I really hope I didn't lose it.
I promise.
Me too. I promise I'll keep an eye out for it, but we had better get moving. Right. I do one last sweep of the room, sadly combing it for my lost ribbon. But to no avail. Oh well, time to go. Oh my god, please don't tell me. Please don't tell me what I think it is. I'm not gonna say anything. I don't want to be proven wrong, but I think I know what happened. And I don't want it to be true. There's already a large crowd gathered at the field, energetically showing off their Hero Day outfits. I was so depressed over losing my ribbon that I forgot to tie a trash bag cape around my neck. What is it? I found your missing ribbon. I knew it! Oh my god, I knew it! He stole it, you little poopy head! You can't just go into my room! That's weird! Pop-Tart! What did you... It's Hero Day. And you're me? Yep. Oh my god, he stole my clothes! This little shit! He stole my clothes! My cheeks are on fire. I had my face in my hands while Susie burst into uncontrollable laughter. Pop-Tart, did you steal my ribbon last night?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, you should really stop leaving your door unlocked at night. That... Oh my god, he took my ribbon. That means he stole my underwear. I ran on Susie, furious. Susie, this is all your fault. Stop leaving the door unlocked. Hey, you're equally capable of locking the doors as well, Jelly. But Susie... I lowered my voice to a harsh whisper. That means he stole my underwear.
Oh no!
I wonder which one was on top. Susie! One by one, others start wandering to see what the commotion is about. Twin Day was yesterday, you two. You're a Pop-Tart hero? I'm not surprised.
Weirdo.
It's creepy if you ask me. Super creepy. They don't even know. Ignoring their side commentary, I face up to Pop-Tart and muster up my best glare. He gazes back at me steadily, positively brimming with confidence. Dang it, it's hard not to crack a smile when I look at him wearing my pink ribbon with such assurance. Pop-Tart, you are not to go into my room anymore without permission. I'm sorry. I won't do it again. Good. My stern facade cracks with my lips, and my lips twitched into a smirk. Though I won't deny, you're absolutely rocking my pink ribbon. I can't rock it half as good as you do. Speaking of which, would you like it back? Nah, keep it for now. It completes the outfit. Yay! Thanks.
Let's go!
Stretching time, everyone. Let's go, let's go! Head held high, Pop-Tart takes his place among the band, ignoring the stares and snorts from his fellow band members. I watch him go, and as I do, something stirs in my heart. There's something admirable about him. He's not afraid to be himself despite what others may think. Jelly stretches. Oh, yes. Let's do this. It's a beautiful day. The sunshine beams down on us, but a strong wind and some stray clouds keep us cool. Hold up, I'm taking my sweater off. Ooh! I walk around the field looking to help where I'm needed, but with each passing day, the band seems to need less and less of my assistance, which is a good thing.
Ugh.
Alex doesn't look so well. I go to ask him if he's alright, but someone beats me to it. Are you okay? Of course I am! I'm just putting my sacks on the sideline. It's true that all of us are facing our own set of challenges. What do you mean by that? Nothing. Just something to remember. I really like your Alex outfit for Hero Day, by the way. Go talk to your own section. Pop-Tart doesn't seem to mind Alex's harsh attitude towards him. With some work, I think those two could be very good friends. Aww. Yay! I get to eat lunch with my friends today. Where's Pop-Tart? He's not going to eat with his hero. Oh, come to think of it, I haven't seen him. Scanned the cafeteria, but no sign of him. Want to eat outside? It's nice today. Sure, I'll let Tom and the others know where we're going. Meet you out there. Here's an open table. Ah, there you are. Pop-Tart, will you be joining us for lunch? Sure, but before I do, I wanted to give you these. He pulls out a familiar orange bottle out of his pocket and presses it into my hand. Oh, these are the pills we found the other night. I completely forgot about them since we got in trouble. Will you give them to Mr. Wiley? Sure thing. He can put them in the lost and found. No. They belong to him. They do? Look, his name is on the label. He's right. In plain black lettering, it reads Victor Wiley. Would you give it back to him? I would feel weird about it. He likes you more than me anyways. I'll take care of it. Thanks for reminding me. I took the pills away just as the rest of our friends exit the building to join us for lunch. No one questions Pop-Tart's presence anymore. He's finally integrated into the group, it seems. Mr. Wiley leads full band rehearsal once more. I sit back and observe as he conducts, keeping mental notes for my own use later. Not good enough. Play it again. We run through the same sections multiple times, but nothing seems to please him. We'll never break 90 with such a weak sound. Again! He probably means the tempo. I keep reminding myself to give him his pills back at the end of practice. I wait for the other students to clear out before approaching him. Mr. Wiley, I found something that belongs to you. Bandit stole these. Please tell me it's my missing coffee filters. Hold out the orange bottle. He stares at it blankly, his expression unreadable. I found them in her trash, stashed in the dumpster at the other night, when I was trying to get back the choker she stole from me. I don't need them. Huh? Are you sure? I've been doing fine without them. They're about to expire anyways. He takes the bottle from me and tosses it into the nearest trash can. Is that really such a good idea? Don't you have somewhere else to be? Get lost. Dang. He's been getting more and more unreasonable lately. At least there's only 2 days left of band camp, and I'm sure he'll return to normal when the school year begins. Did you give it to him? I did, but he threw them away. Really? Yeah. Anyways, what happened to your outfit? I'm done wearing it. I wanted to give this back to you. He holds up my pink ribbon. See, I knew it was him. I knew it was going to be him. When I saw that it was gone, I was like, Pop-Tart snuck in again. That freak. I mean that in the most endearing way. It looks way better on you than me. Thanks.
Thank you.
Thank you for letting me wear it. I tie the ribbon back in its rightful place. Yes, queen. Pop-Tart! He runs away before I can inflict any sort of punishment on him. Oh, this kid. After dinner, we take to the field for evening practice, but as we set up the show's opener and I stepped up to the podium, I realized there's a thick cover of clouds has moved over the sun. In the distance, dark cumulonimbus clouds hover ominously. Wind batters my cheeks, bringing with it the scent of rain. Breathe in that fresh air. Feel that energy. I can tell it's going to be a great practice tonight. So long as the weather holds.
One more time.
Let's run that opening set again. I want to add a horn move to this part. An hour passes by. The distant storm clouds darken with every passing minute. I think they're coming closer. The sight of them disturbs me. I haven't seen such a storm in a long time. When Mr. Wiley passes by my podium, I call down to him. Mr. Wiley, you don't think there's going to be a tornado, do you? It's just a watch, not a warning. We'll go in if it's a warning.
What?
Wait, what was that? Nothing. Let's keep going. Time seems to slow down. I try to keep focused on practice, but it's hard as those creepy clouds continue to loom closer and closer. And it starts raining. I lift my face to the sky. Flecks of raindrops bounce slightly off my skin. Oh, Mr. Wiley, it's raining.
One more time.
It's only a sprinkle, Felicity. Let's do that set again. Bro. Didn't he play trombone? You wouldn't know this. You wouldn't get this. Woodwinds cannot play in the rain. They can't. You will ruin the instruments. Thunder rumbles in the distance. I see a look of alarm cross Pop-Tart's face. Susie and Felicity exchange a nervous glance. The band dissolves into muttering.
Get set.
Calm down. The storm is still miles away. We can get in a few more reps before it reaches us. Reset. The band obeys, glancing at the sky as they go. As they repeat the set, the rain begins falling more steadily, and I suppress a shiver. Trumpets, let's practice that new move. Mr. Wiley leaves the band standing in place while he nitpicks. They dissolve into conversation as they wait for him to finish. There's another rumble of thunder, closer this time. Mr. Wiley. We're fine. The trees will get struck before we do. Let's keep going. I notice the trombones holding their instruments in the air like lightning rods, and I bite back the urge to reprimand them. On this podium, I'm higher up than the rest of them. If anything, I'm in the most danger of being struck. I slowly sink into a crouch, pretending to observe my score. Alright, kiddos, it's raining, so... Oh, thank goodness, we're going in! Woodwinds, put your instruments back in your cases. Wouldn't want those getting wet, would we? A band director with at least some sense.
Are you kidding me?
Mr. Wiley, we're getting soaked! Oh, please, it's hardly even raining. Back in my day, the band director had us out in deluges and hurricanes, and we knew not to complain. Now, do as I say. Is there no reasoning with him? Marion fires a glare at me. You're the drum major, aren't you? Do something. He won't listen. So you're not even gonna bother? Others are looking at me to do something as well. I uttered a deep sigh. Okay, here we go. I open my mouth to speak, but just as I do, there's a loud clap of thunder. Lightning crackles above our heads, lighting up the entire field. A number of band members scream. I see Pop-Tart crouched on the ground trembling wildly, his hands clamped over his ears. One look at him, and I'm no longer afraid to challenge Mr. Wiley. Mr. Wiley, we need to go in now. Last time I checked, you weren't the band director, Jelly. We need to finish working on this while we're in the zone. No one is in the zone. Please let us end rehearsal later, or we can go inside and have music rehearsal. No! Another flash of lightning punctuates Mr. Riley's roar.
Oh no, you're not leaving here.
The band falls silent at his unexpected rage. For a long moment, there's no sound but the patter of falling rain and the continuous drone of thunder. Mr. Wiley raises his voice to make himself heard. I'm disappointed in you all. I thought that more than anything, you would want to see this band succeed, but a few raindrops and you're only ready to throw in the towel. This is more than just a few raindrops. Then go inside if you'd like, but if you do, know that we'll have to make up for lost time. Lightning crashes above us, so close that it feels like the earth shakes beneath me. Movement blurs in the corner of my eye, and I spot Pop-Tart sprinting across the field towards the woods. I scramble off my podium, quivering. The rest of the band takes that as their cue to leave. They race back to pack up their instruments and find shelter from the rain. In the midst of the chaos, Mr. Wiley stands calmly at the center of it all, watching us pack up. He is silent and unmoving, the eye of the storm. I try not to meet his eyes as I pass him. I can sense the disappointment that dulls him.
Come on.
Jelly, let's go. Tom, what are you doing? Stop holding your trombone like that.
I'll live.
Are you afraid of lightning? Don't worry, I'll get struck before you do. Stop that, I don't want you getting struck. Put your instrument away. I try to keep everyone moving, but there's one case left abandoned at the side of the field. Pop-Tart? He ran into the woods and didn't come back. You coming, Jelly? Hurry up! Go on ahead without me. Ignoring the protest, I run into the woods where I saw Pop-Tart disappear. The rain is louder here, though the canopy above provides a small amount of respite. Pop-Tart, where are you? Jelly? I follow the sound of his voice and find him curled up in a sodden heap at the base of a gnarled oak tree. He hugs his knees close to his chest, shivering in the cold. What are you doing here? Practice is over. Mr. Wiley said we could go. He did? Yeah, come on. I grab his arm and try to pull him to his feet, but as I do, the storm roars above us. Pop-Tart flinches from the sound and freezes on the spot, refusing to budge. It's dangerous to stay here. My words don't seem to reach Pop-Tart. He remains where he is, eyes unfocused and staring. He's shivering uncontrollably, but hardly seems to notice. Fine, then move over. I sit next to him, pressing my side against his. His skin is cold and wet, but past that, I can feel his warmth. For a long while, we sit there, letting our shivering subside. The rain begins to let up, and the rumbling thunder grows more and more distant. Sorry, checking my phone. For a long while, yep. When are we gonna get a CG? I want a CG. I feel calmer. The storm seems far away now. All that's left is the steady drip of rainwater sliding off the leaves onto the forest floor. Pop-Tart breaks the silence, and I jump a little at the unexpected sound of his voice. I hate that everyone had to see me like that. Don't worry, everyone was too worried about the storm to pay much attention to you. Besides, we all have something we're afraid of. I'm not afraid of storms. You're not? I was pretty terrified myself. I try to laugh off the ordeal, but there's no humor in Pop-Tart's eyes. I'm sorry. I should have been there. You're here now. Pop-Tart's eyes open wide. Then he quickly turns his face away from mine. It's my parents' fault I'm like this. What do you mean? Growing up, both of my parents were very ill. My father physically, but my mother mentally. She had terrible misophonia. At least, that's the diagnosis I drew. What's misophonia? It's also known as sound sensitivity syndrome. It's literally the hatred of sound. Some people hate certain sounds, but any sound I made would set her off. I think it stemmed from my father's poor health. I say nothing and listen quietly. Pop-Tart takes a deep breath before continuing. My dad, he suffered from terrible migraines. Too much light or sound hurt him, so our house was always dark and silent. I couldn't play or have friends over. If I made a single sound, my mother would fly into a rage like it was my fault that... Oh no, my poor son, my poor kid. Ah. He chokes on his words. His eyes well up and he blinks fiercely to clear them. I press myself closer to Pop-Tart, taking his hand in mine. When I started school, being surrounded by so much noise all the time was so hard. It was terrifying. I was always braced for punishment to follow sound. Whenever the teacher would berate the class for being too loud, I would start crying silently. It made me a target for bullies for the longest time. Pop-Tart, I'm so sorry. I never knew. I wish I could have been there for you. It's okay. Things got better over time. At least at school they did. I adapted. But what about your mother? Did she ever get better? I suppose I already have my answer. Why else would he be in a foster home? I'm sorry. Don't be. It's my fault we're out here in the first place. But I can't help it. My old son's downs still send me back to... No matter how hard I try to overcome it. I know it's stupid. I know that negative consequences won't follow balloon popping or thunder, but I can't control the anxiety that follows. I feel like a stupid, scared child. Can I ask you a question? Of course. What made you join marching band? My guidance counselor suggested it. I suppose that was her way of trying to cure me. But I'm still a pathetic wreck, aren't I? You're not! Look at how far you've come in the past few weeks. No, even more than that. You say you used to be terrified of sound and now you're in a marching band. You're learning a brand new instrument and you even made a few friends. You've come so far, Pop-Tart. Please don't forget that. You're soaked to the skin. Huh? Huh? You should go back to your room and warm up. I'm sorry for keeping you out here for so long. He stands up, helping me to my feet. I almost forgot we were holding hands. Before releasing mine, he squeezes it briefly.
Thank you.
Oh, of course. Gift of prophecy. Pop-Tart walks me back to my room and bids me a quiet farewell. Then instead of going towards his room, he heads back the way he came. Where are you going?
Bye.
I have to put our mellophone away. See you tomorrow. He said our mellophone. Oh my god. That's so cute. There you are. Where have you been? I need to change. My clothes are damp. I'm on the quiet side as I get ready for bed. I can feel Susie's prying eyes fixed on me, but my mind is still on what Pop-Tart shared with me, and there's no way I'll share it with her. Luckily, she doesn't push me, and we retreat quietly into our beds.
Good night.
2 more days. Good night, Jelly. Night, Susie. That's right. 2 more days. Right? Foreshadowing. Bum, 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 bum. BMBMB. I am going to end stream there for today. I want to play some games on my phone and do some stuff because I gotta get up early for a dentist appointment tomorrow. I got a busy week this week. I've got a dentist appointment. I've got band rehearsal tomorrow. I've got alumni band rehearsal on Tuesday, and then I have band rehearsal on Thursday, and then I have a job interview on Friday. So, busy week. Which means I'm probably not going to stream a lot. I'll have to make sure I cancel the streams for this upcoming week. If I'm feeling up to it, maybe I might go on Wednesday. I don't know. Anyways, thanks for stopping by. For those of you who did, if you're watching this from in the future, thanks for watching. And I will see y'all again soon. Have a good night.